Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make paper dolls for collages, for magazine collages, for art journal pages, and so on. So I have here just a piece of cardstock paper. This is the length of my page. So whenever I want to make a paper doll, I try to make it this high, so it will fit my page. So I have here a magazine. I've already gone over it once just to see what I can get from it. And first of all, I have here a head that I found, and I really like this dog here. So we're going to do something with this dog and her head. I think I can fit it, but we'll see after we cut everything. This is a Hebrew magazine, so in Hebrew we look over the pages, we go through the pages from right to left. I know it's a shocker, but this is how it is. This is definitely something that I'm going to use. We'll see in a minute. There are not too many photos here on this specific magazine, but I wanted to show you that you can make a paper doll even with a magazine that doesn't have a lot of photos. This is kind of nice, although her hand is fuzzy and you don't see the other hand, so she'll be very short. This is really good with the dogs. We might need to, I might do something with those. We'll have to see. When I create a paper doll, I always try to look for a body, of course, that is interesting, that is doing something, has an interesting angle, or interesting clothes, or interesting shape. Something about it is not boring. And then I look for a head that I can match to the body, and of course later accessories. This is cute. I might use that. Oh, this is even a better photo of the dog. That will look perfect. Her hat even matches his body. So I think I'm going to use this dog with this head. Let's just rip it out. And well, I'll have to give up the lion because the lion is exactly where the dog's head is. So we'll have to compromise on that. There is also this dog, but since it's on the fold, it's not good. This is a good head because of the angle. We might want to keep that. This is a really large head. Don't like that too large. Okay, so this is, I got this from another magazine, but I like his head to go with this girl, so we'll cut that out too. I like her head because she has a really funny hair, like a really big afro, so I'll probably cut that out too. And his body is good. It's always good to mix female and male body and heads, so maybe I'll cut that with her head. We'll see. This is a nice angle where she's holding the necklace like this, so this can be a good body, and it's not too long or too tall. You see, you can find something in every magazine. Her head is really pretty and her eyes are good. So we might, sometimes I like to add eyes to the face, different eyes. So those eyes are really good because they look straight ahead, they look forward, opposed to these eyes where they have an angle, they look to the side. So this is good maybe for a different head. foot is really good for accessories like hats, like batons. This is really good, the hands with the fork and the knife. This is good because you can replace, like if you look at this way, you can replace the knife with a person, like the hand is holding the person or something. That is good. I'm gonna cut that out too. And then even a cup of tea can be a cute hat for somebody on the head. This is cool. I don't know what we can do with it. This is something we'll have to think about. This is a good head with the hat already and an angle. So this can be really, really pretty. This can also go with the dog. We'll have to see. We'll have to cut it and then choose what we want to use. These are really good, all of them. But what I have here is 2 legs that I got from a different magazine a while back. Whenever I see something cute, I just cut it. I don't know when I'm going to use it. So we have this girl here, and we have this girl here that can fit. So this one doesn't have a hand, so it looks pretty weird, so I might go with this girl to cut her upper body for this. This one is a nice angle. This one has a nice angle, but then you'll have to figure out the head. This is a good head and good eyes. Good eyes here as well. Let's see what else we have here. Not too much. Ooh, this can be good for backgrounds. The crackers here. This can also be good for backgrounds. If you cut this piece or this piece, can be good for backgrounds. Okay, so I'm going to be back after I'll cut everything. Julia Roberts is here too. So I'm going to come back after I cut everything and then we can continue. Okay, so I'm back and I've cut the pieces that I wanted. So these are the basics. So now let's start matching those bodies and heads. So here she's sitting on something. I left this for a while. As for now, I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, so we'll wait. So what we need to do, first we are going to off with her head. I'm going to keep that head, maybe for something later. Now, he has a neck. I'm going to cut the neck slightly longer because I don't know yet how it's going to fit. Okay, so what I want to do is make his neck slightly narrower so it will fit, and then what we're going to do is also cut along the collar of her coat so his neck can fit in there instead of hers. So now you see, that's a perfect fit. Okay, so always leave a space to put your glue, and then you'll be able to position it any way that you want. I'm using tacky glue that dries clear, and that is a perfect match. Don't you think? So this is step one. Now let's do the dog. So I'm going to cut along his leash here, so the neck, and I'm going to keep that head, of course, for future use. And now we're going to see how her head matches. Ooh, perfectly. So first, we're going to get rid of this side here. We don't need that. And then sometimes it's better to glue and then match. Okay. Match, I mean in terms of cutting the paper around the borders where it should go. So let's see how it looks. That's why I also like using liquid glue, because now I can move. So now I can cut her neck and his leg slightly. Here also. And maybe we'll put another leash up here. I really like this. Let's just... Okay, wow, this is so cool. So this is our doll number 2. So for this lady, what I did, I cut her arms between the arms and the legs, because I don't want the legs, but I still don't know how. Okay, so you can cut at least here, and then I can go ahead, attach it, and then later on cut around it, so I'll be sure that I cut the right size that I need. When you make paper dolls, they don't have to make sense. They can be completely whimsical, illogical, and unrealistic, and that's, at least that's what I like to do. If you want to create better suited, let's say, oh, by the way, you can color this with black Posca. You don't even need to cut it, and then she'll match perfectly. But I think I'm going to cut her anyway, because there's a line here that will look perfect. Let's just cut that out. And on this side as well. Okay, really like how it turned out. If you don't like this bit here, we can cut it slightly like this. Okay, look at that. Now what I want to do is replace her head. So we're going to go look for a head. But let's do her first. So again, we need to cut his head out, like the scarf that he has around his neck. So we're going to keep the scarf. And you see, I've cut her neck longer, so I'll have, wow, this looks really, let's put her hair like this. Woo! Exactly, it fits so well. Of course, his shirt and clothes are kind of boring. I'm going to zhuzh it up a little. Namely, we're going to add details. Okay, so that looks kind of boring because they fit so perfectly. It looks like this actually her clothes. So what we're going to do is add new eyes. So when I use eyes, there are two ways. You can either cut them both as a pair and then add them like this, and then the problem is that the nose doesn't match and then it doesn't look good. Hope you can see. Let me put it closer. So if you want to add eyes like this to the face, then the noses need to fit, and they don't fit here. So what I'm going to do is just cut the eyes. So I'm going to cut away the nose, and then this is kind of small. And then add the eyes. So this is eye number 1. Now when you work with eyes like this that you add, you can decide on the angle of the eyes. They can go up, they can go down. They can go any direction. So let's see. Okay, so now she's starting to look more interesting. I like her face now. Okay, let's go back to our magazine and see what else we can find. First, we want a new head for her. Maybe I'll find another dog head. This one will be too big. And then I also want to find some accessories. I did cut this. I think I'm going to cut these two and make them into wings. So there's that. And then what else can we... Ooh, this is too small, this head. And we also I need some hats, something interesting to add as hats. Hats can be basically anything. So what we have here, we have this head. It will be too small. These dogs are too small. This can be a good hat, but it's kind of big. Remember, I have my scale. It might fit. I don't know. This can be a good hat. Let's cut that out. You know what? I'm going to take the entire page and cut both of them. And then we'll see. Maybe this head don't have his ears, and no, I don't like this head. What do we have here? It's a pretty color. This is really good for backgrounds. This purple and green. Kind of neat. What else can we get from here? I did cut her head, but I think it will be too big for her. Although sometimes putting a really big head on a small body is kind of cool. So we'll see. This might be a good head. Let's try this one. What's on the other side? You can Okay. Now what can we take something from here? They're all circles, which I don't like as much. Do like those hands. Not maybe for this collage, but for future collages. I'm going over the magazine one last time, taking out everything that I think I'll use, and then I'm going to throw it away. Otherwise I'll have so many magazine, you have to not continue. Once you took everything you need, then you can throw away. I think I'm going to use these oranges and lemons in some way. I like those. And maybe this mint can be a nice sort of ribbon on the head. We'll cut that too and see how we can incorporate that. Anything else? I like her head, but not enough to cut it out. This is a nice angle, but I have something similar, so I don't want that as well. Her head is nice. Maybe we'll use her head. We'll cut all the heads and then we'll decide. What else? These are too big. This is nice. This can be sort of a hat. Forgot to check the other side before I cut, but it's okay. These bottles can sometimes be a body, but the color is not pretty enough. Oh, and these textures for the background, definitely taking those. Don't know when or how I'm going to use them yet, but I will definitely use them. So I'll be back when I finish cutting everything. Okay, so I've cut the other pieces and now we can see what we can use them or not use them for. So first I want to change her head, and I think I'm going to use this head here. First, I'm going to cut away her head, and then we're going to see how this head, oh, that is perfect. Okay, so we are just like I said, always cut excess so you'll have something to glue. Okay, so you see her head is bigger, but it's okay. Just okay. So now she looks perfect. Now this guy, I think I'm going to add a new collar. So we're going to cut away one lemon and then add it here. Yep, really like how this turned out. Now I have here another head which I didn't use for her, so I'm going to keep that head. Now she, I think, is going to get a hat. Don't like this hat. Or maybe like this. No. Let's remove this. And then she's going to have like a turban on her head. I hope that is not too high. No, it's exactly right. Okay, I like her. We're going to add some stuff to her shirt, maybe to the hat with Posca pens. Now what about him? Is he, ooh, like this? Okay. This is cute. A sombrero of some sort. This guy may need a little bit of hair. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut her head in half and see if I can add some hair. So you see how we can manipulate. Ooh, I like him, her, them. We can manipulate whatever we need. So we'll have hair, body, head, eyes, all from a magazine. Okay, so this, he's ready, she's ready. Let's put them aside. The dog is ready. So these are our paper dolls that we created today. Going to come back later in the future to show you how I create pages with these paper dolls. Really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.